wonderful to be back in that house.
Did you see anyone?
No. You told me there wasn't anyone in there. Was there?
Just kidding.
Oh, we still have our sick sense of humor. Can you imagine Maria if she were to walk in the kitchen and see me standing there whipping up some tea?
Ay, caramba.
Say the very least. So what were you thinking out here?
About you? What you just got through saying.
How do you feel about it?
I think it was a hell of a sacrifice.
Well, that's what I've been told by my father, even James.
James knew you were alive?
He was the first one to know. He was a very big proponent of telling you I'm alive.
He was right.
Do you think he was? Is this what you would have wanted me to do? Tell you I'm alive and turn your life upside down?
Yes. How long ago? Very good. I will tell him. Thank you very much. Rich Forrester is at his parents' home in Beverly Hills.
When did he go there?
He's been there all day.
Is he alone?
Yes, his parents are still at Forrester Creations.
Perfect. The time has come, Emmett.
I don't think you have a choice, my lord.
I know Layla will hate me for this, but it has to be done. She will understand in time.
Sire, would you like me to come with you?
When I go to meet my opponent, when I tell him the truth about Layla, definitely not.
Good luck, my lord.
Thank you, Emmett. This is not going to be a pleasant task.
Any word, Jed?
No.
I wonder where she can be.
James, we've been talking here. It's just so hard to fathom that Sheila would do the things that you describe.
And everything that Lawrence told us as well.
She's extremely disturbed. She has what's called borderline personality disorder.
Borderline.
There's a side to Sheila that's energetic and captivating. But there's also a terribly morose, sullen, aberrant side to her.
So she's unbalanced.
It's worse than that. She's psychotic. Sheila believes the world is out to destroy her, but she in turn must destroy the world first.
Well, she doesn't believe that, literally.
Yes, she does.
James, she wasn't like that with me. I never experienced this degree of paranoia with Sheila.
Oh, for years she struggled to control her pathology. Her life depended on it. But for years when she lived in Genoa City, well, you've spoken to Lauren, and Lauren told you what she was like.
So what you're saying is that she's two completely different people.
And now the darker, deadlier side is in control again.
What do you think she's capable of?
Well, that's what concerns me. I mean, considering what she put me through and what I heard from Lauren, I think she's capable of absolutely anything.
Well, what do you think's going to happen now?
I'm not so sure. I think you should definitely increase the security around this place. She has access to this building and a lot of anger directed at both of you. And she's especially furious with me. And at some point, she is going to act out on that rage.
James. How could he? How could he do that to me? I loved him. I trusted him. It just wasn't right. It wasn't fair.
Man, what am I gonna do with her? No, just take it easy, Mike. Take it real easy. Oh, the lady's a guided missile. She could go off anywhere. Just don't let it be here, man. You can't stay here indefinitely. You know that, right?
A couple of days ago, you were giving me flowers.
And you were throwing them in the trash.
I was in love with a man. You didn't want to accept that.
Yeah, right. In love with somebody you locked in chains. I wonder what you'd done if you hated him.
Oh. You must feel pretty good making me look like a fool when my life is over.
Sheila, your life isn't over. It's just beginning. Look, you remember when you got off the bus in downtown LA, fresh from the Midwest? It's like that now. You gotta head out tonight. Catch the Grey Dog to Central Oregon or somewhere. Bam! You're back in business.
You want to get rid of me too, don't you, Michael? You're just like the rest of them. No, I wouldn't put it past you to pick up the phone.
Wait a minute, Sheila. What are you saying?
You wouldn't do that, would you, Mike? Call the cops, turn me in.
Man, you really are losing it.
It's just you and me. Everybody else is gone. They're all gone.
Taylor, when you and I were married, there was no other woman. There was never gonna be another woman.
I know. That's the memory I've been clinging to.
And yet you chose not to tell me you were alive.
Reg, I told you that I read articles, I read interviews you had done, but I also saw pictures. So many pictures of your family, of you and little Eric and Bridget, and of course Brooke.
It was while you were recovering.
Yes.
You always knew how much those kids meant to me.
And you finally had them with you. You were living together as a family. I saw the looks on their faces, and yours. I knew that look. I'd seen it before. I loved that look. The peace and the tranquility behind it. And as much as I tried to deny it and tried to avoid it, I knew what would happen the day I re-entered your life. Brooke and those children had brought you out of your grief, out of the darkness. You were alive again. You were so alive and so happy, which is all I ever wanted for you. How could I just walk back in and destroy all of that?
But you did come back.
Yes. Over time, I realized it wasn't working. I'm not the person I thought I was. I'm not perfect. I'm not as self-sacrificing and as strong as I'd like to be. I needed you, Ridge. If I could have erased you from my thoughts, I would have. I would have gone on with my life and left you here with yours. But I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. The only way I could live with myself was to tell you the truth, to tell you I was alive. But still, what's first and foremost is your happiness. I would never take that from you. And if you ask me to leave, I will.
James, you really think Sheila's going to come after you?
Yes. Yes, definitely, I do.
Well, why would we be surprised after what Lauren told us? I mean, Sheila burned down some farmhouse in Michigan. She threatened to kill Lauren. She threatened to kill her own mother.
And what Lauren did to deserve that is nothing compared to what I did to Sheila. So yes, Eric, I definitely think Sheila will get her revenge if she isn't stopped.
James, just exactly what did you do to Sheila to alienate her so much?
Well, at first there was very little I could do except just struggle to survive. But after several weeks, I developed a plan. I noticed that Sheila had begun to pay me some attention of a different sort, shall we say. She needed someone to talk to. And as I was literally a captive audience and we had had a professional relationship, I encouraged her to open up to me. I learned of a woman who was deeply disturbed after losing her husband. She also had extremely powerful needs. I encouraged her to look to me to fulfill those needs. I thought it was important that I become indispensable to Sheila.
Do I understand your meaning?
I broke every ethical code that I believe in. I'm not proud of it, Stephanie. I lied to her. I manipulated her. I did what I thought was necessary for her to set me free. I tried everything else, every other method that I knew, but nothing worked. I either faced death in that dungeon or doing what was necessary. So yes, I serviced Sheila. I serviced her physical needs. I serviced her emotional needs. I did it all in the hope that she would set me free.
Well, thank God it worked.
Not exactly. She still didn't trust me. Well, you came to the house yesterday, Stephanie. Do you remember hearing banging on the water pipes?
Yes. Oh, yes, yes. I knew there was something crazy going on there.
Well, that was me. That was my last desperate attempt to attract attention. Well, unfortunately, Sheila knew exactly what I was up to. She got rid of you. And then she came to deal with me. She knew I'd lied to her. All along, I'd deceived her. I've never seen anybody so betrayed. She was enraged, brutal, inhuman. She got a kitchen knife and she tried to kill me. Well, that's when I tripped her with the cable that I was attached to, and that's when I got the upper hand. Which is why we're here now, waiting for the police either to catch her or for Sheila to make her next move.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Look, I have people waiting for me. I can't keep them any longer. I'm sorry.
You've been through a terrible ordeal. You must be exhausted. Do you think you should check yourself into the hospital?
Not now. No, maybe later in the week.
What could be more important than taking care of yourself?
There's someone that I want to see, someone I've been thinking about quite a lot.
Who?
I'd rather not say if you don't mind.
Taylor?
Taylor, I would never ask you to leave L.A.
You wouldn't.
No. This is where you live. You had a life here and a career. You shouldn't be pushed away. That wouldn't be right.
I also had a relationship here, a marriage.
It's true. You did. And you shouldn't have to suffer for something that clearly wasn't your fault either. You take off to go to a seminar in Cairo, and the next thing you know, you're flat on your back in a coma while the rest of the world thinks you're dead. But why? What meaning could that have except to confuse our lives and make us crazy? It's not like our marriage was on the rocks. We had everything going. We were solid as a rock. We had everything to live for. Taylor, I don't know what else to tell you right now. There's got to be an answer. There's got to be something we can do to make this right. I mean, it's not like there was another man involved or something like that. That's not the case. I promise you, I am not going to abandon you. That's all I can tell you at the moment. That's the best I can do for now.
I believe in you, Reg. I always have. We'll work it out. I have faith in us. I better go before Stephanie or Eric comes back. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye, Rich.
Did you say Taylor?
I know she's alive.
Who else knows she's alive?
Brooke. And her father, of course.
And does Ridge know yet?
No, and I don't think that he will.
Why not?
Because she's gone.
Where did she go?
Back to her husband.
So you know about that as well.
Very little, actually. But I want you to know that I encouraged her to leave. Taylor is confused. I don't think she has any idea what it is that she really wants. And I don't want Ridge to know anything about this. I don't think it will bring anything positive into his life.
I'd better go. Now be careful. We'll keep in touch with regards to Sheila.
James, you be careful.
I have a few things I want you to pick up for me.
Wait a minute. Where do you expect me to get this?
Any hospital, any pharmacy for that matter.
You need a prescription for this
So
stuff.
get a prescription.
How?
You do whatever you have to do. But I need those things, Michael, and I need them fast.
Why? What are you going to do with this stuff?
The less you know, the better.
It's a little late in the game for that.
Will it make a difference if I tell you it's the last thing I'll ever ask you to do?
No. No way, sweetheart. It's too risky.
You don't understand. There is no veto here. I am desperate. Now, you go out and you get these things. Or so help me. I go to the police station and I tell them everything. Everything. And you know what that includes? That includes everything that you have done, Michael. Because you are an accomplice to me. You are my #1 man. So you go down with me. Hell, I may even be able to convince them that this whole thing was your idea.
All right. All right, fine. I'll get you your stuff. Damn. How do you expect me to call out?
Jack? Jack, it's James Warwick. Are you in there? Thank God. Taylor.
James.
Stephanie told me you'd leave.
She thought I left town.
Oh, my God, it's so good to see you.
Come in. Come on in. Good Lord, James, where have you been?
I'll tell you all about that later, but something you have to tell me first.
The answer is yes.
You've told Ridge?
No one else knows, though.
Well, I assume he wants you back.
Well, we're not there yet, but we're definitely heading in that direction. I really believe it's going to happen for us, James. I'm a very fortunate woman.
You have much on your mind, my friend.
Omar,
Hello, Ridge.
was I supposed to meet with you today?
No. I have come because I have to tell you something. A story. A true story, Ridge. A story about your wife.
Brooke.
No. Taylor.